Hi there, Leo. It's Jen here from tarotspirit.net. I'm here doing your monthly reading for the month of June 2017. So thanks for joining me. I already laid out the cards. You have some major arcana here. You have one, two, three, four, five of them. All great cards. Strong male influence this month. We have the Emperor and the Hierophant. So they're kind of interesting cards. For me, the Emperor really, though, at his essence, is about being a good leader in your own life. Like being so how are you advocating for yourself and being a good leader in your own life? I mean, Leos are pretty great natural leaders regardless, but it's to think about it. It's like, okay, are the decisions I'm making, what are they based on? What am I putting as the most important criteria for making these decisions? Am I making decisions based on what my parents want, my family wants, my spouse wants, what society thinks I should be doing, or am I making the decision based on what's truly in my heart and soul? Am I doing it to keep up with the Joneses, or to look right and follow the path that this society tells me I should follow? Or am I following my passion and what brings me joy and my feeling of accomplishment? Because the decisions you make, no matter how much someone is pressuring you to make a decision, how right they think they are, that's best for you, in the grand scheme of things, you're the one that has to live with the consequences of your decision. And often those people who insist or have to give you, tell you what to do, they're gone. If that decision doesn't work out right or you're not happy, they're like, hey, it was your decision to make. You didn't have to listen to me. You know what I mean? They're not always the ones you're the one that has to live with those consequences. So make sure that, and there are you're having trouble making a decision a little bit this month. It's like you're very much in your mind. You're trying to mentally, your thinking starting to change, and you're having a hard time with that concept that I just talked about doing what you think society expects from you. And you very may well be, well, this is what I have always wanted. But it's like, okay, where did you get that idea? And does it still fit now? I want to get a master's degree and have a professional job. Okay, that's what I've always wanted. That's what I've always been working towards. But you know what? If you're really honest about it, you really want to be an artist. You really want to have your own organic farm. You want to, do something different. Like, you don't want to live in this fancy house. You'd rather live somewhere else, near the water, near the lake. You'd rather have something smaller that has land. You'd rather live in the city where you can walk to. I mean, whatever. Are the choices you've made up till now truly what you want? And I know we can't go through life doing whatever, we have partners and families and things like that. So it's not like screw everyone and do whatever you want, but it's like, make sure you highly factor in what's really deep down in your heart when making all these decisions. I feel like some of you have had a situation that someone, either you or someone in your situation, there was a conflict where what you were fighting about kind of got lost, and it was more like winning at all costs. And sort of what the conflict was about sort of got lost in a power struggle. Excuse me. And I think you're really reflecting on that. Like, how did that situation get to that point? And and did it have to be that way? Did it have to go so wrong? Did it have to just get so ugly? We do have the tower here. It it really sort of showed you when the tower shows up. It really shows you what was sustainable and real and what wasn't. What was a facade? What was something you were sort of in denial about or not really facing, just sort of glossing over or telling yourself, oh, it'll be okay. It will be this. It'll be, just not addressing. You just, on some level, you knew it had to be addressed and it was never truly addressed and it crumbled. It came tumbling down because it wasn't meant to last anyway. No matter how much you wanted it to or told yourself it would, it wasn't sustainable. And but you're not. So the worst thing about the tower card is if you go through a difficult situation that shows you what's real and what's sustainable, what's lasting, what's built on a strong foundation, and what's not, is there's always a lesson in there. There's always opportunity after the tower situation to sort of see what's standing, what's real, and now that you see it clearly, to act on that, to acknowledge it and move forward with that knowledge from there. So it's that wisdom. And the worst thing about the tower is to totally miss that. And then to have the tower happen, carry on, not make any changes, not get that. How you were operating before in certain areas, at least, wasn't serving you well. And then to pick up and just do the same thing over and over again. But you're not. With the Hierophant here, you get it. You're like, I see where this went wrong. I see where I was turning a blind eye. I see where I wasn't being true to myself or the situation. You get it. You get the wisdom in it, and are able to move on it. You're going to live in a more balanced way. You're going to be able to let things go. Like, you're not going to just, it's like if there's some sort of conflict, you're not going to just get so enraged by it that you're just going to not stop till you win or you prove your point. It's like you're going to realize that you need to let certain things go, and it's not important, and it's not worth a Five of Swords type of conflict where it's like you're going to win at any cost. And that cost may be relationships, friendships, business partnerships, situations. It could be with yourself. You just wear yourself out, and it's time to know when to take a break and what to focus on. Focus on the aspects of your life that you can grow and that are bring you joy and happiness, and that are thriving, and not the negativity. So this situation may have come about because you were having trouble making a decision. Maybe for some of you, weren't wanting to commit to someone. Like you were like, oh, maybe you had a little bit of an attitude, like, oh, I don't want to be tied down. I'm just dating, and we're dating someone and really just didn't treat them with respect and the importance that the relationship deserved. And maybe you knew it was a really good relationship, and maybe, but you just kept going, oh, I'm just having fun, I'm just blowing it off, and you couldn't make a decision. And then they were like, you know what, I don't deserve this, I'm out of here. I deserve someone who wants to commit to me, and we have a good thing here. But you just can't see it. You just can't make a decision. You just can't. You're holding on to something from the past and letting it sort of infect almost the what's going on now, and someone's just like not gonna wait around, and you're gonna be like, oh shit, I screwed that up. My pigheadedness or my inability to open up or change just cost me something really, really important, and it's totally my fault. So that's going to be for some of you. And then for other people, it's almost the exact opposite. You're going to be the one that's like, screw you, I would rather be alone. I don't need, if you can appreciate me and what you have with me, then I will be on my own, and I will be fucking fabulous without you, because I'm a happy person and I'm not afraid to be alone. I don't need to be with someone. We could have been great together, but you didn't see it, and you're going to walk away. So don't hang on to situations. It's almost like you have to change your thinking, some of you. And it's gonna, under that was the marriage card, the new emotional beginning and offering. But that's all going to come about by you need to change your thinking and how you deal with some situations. You need to be more open and communicate better. But not coming from a place of like, it's almost like in some ways too, you could be protecting yourself too much, and having too strong of boundaries where you won't let anyone in. And so this situation, you may have lost someone that was important to you, or you had to walk away from someone who was acting like this towards you. But this simple act of this situation, in the long run, will be the catalyst or be the situation that allows you moving forward to bring in a truly committed, well-balanced, we have temperance here, relationship in the future. And again, this could be a partnership, any sort of partnership. But for those of you that, aren't happily married, obviously this won't necessarily, well, I mean, this could apply to you, because you could be, your spouse could have gotten sort of off and been super selfish, or been being difficult, and you may need to say, you know what, I'm done with this. And maybe that will be the shakeup. Maybe you need to separate for a little bit. Maybe that will be the shakeup to get the other person to figure out what their priorities and what their true commitments are. Because that's what this card is about. It's like making, what are my priorities? What do I say I'm committed to? And then really looking at your actions, and where are you spending your time? Are you truly committed? Are you making choices that honor that commitment? And you're really going to take a deep look at yourself and figure out the places where you're doing this and the places that you are not doing this. And you're really going to learn a tremendous amount about yourself and change how you think and view yourself and the world moving forward. And this act is going to open up a new level of happiness and connection with other people. All right, well, thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you at the next video. Take care.